Project Search.
Hi, it's Danny again. Today, I'll be giving you a presentation about your family work tree. The family work tree can be a useful tool when you're trying to decide just what career path you'd like to follow. Please note, during this presentation, you're going to need a pen or pencil and some paper to create your own family work tree. In addition to a pen or pencil and paper, you may also choose to use some colored pencils or markers to add color to the tree, make it more tree-like. Project Search UTMC Remote Learning Career Goals, Part 2, Your Work Family Tree. Sometimes talents and interests run in the family. It isn't unusual to meet people who have the same job as one of their parents and even one of their grandparents. This presentation will show you how to make a family work tree. The family work tree is very similar to the family tree. The family tree is a diagram that people use to visually represent their place in their family along with their other family members. It uses roots for a starting point for the oldest generation and branches for more recent generations. In a work family tree, employment is emphasized for each relative represented in the diagram. Let's get started. Here's what you will need to make your own family work tree. Pen or pencil and paper, plus what you can remember about the types your family members have had. You may need to ask a family member for help with this information. Also, feel free to use markers or colored pencils to add color to your tree. Step 1, the roots. So what you will do during this step is draw some roots down toward the bottom of the paper. That's where your grandparents are going to go. So you'll write your grandparents' jobs down there at the bottom, however many of them you can remember. Step 2, low branches. So coming up from your grandparents there at the roots, you'll have your first set of branches. And that's where you're going to put your mother's job and your father's job. Step 4, above the branches for your mother and father, that's where you'll put your siblings, as in brothers and sisters, and yourself. So far we have the roots down at the bottom, where you're going to have your grandparents from your mom's side, parents from dad's side. Then you're going to come up to the first set of branches where you'll have your mother and father. So you put your mother's and father's jobs in those branches. And then the top branches are going to be brothers and sisters and yourself. So I filled in some example jobs here on this sample family tree. Now these jobs are just ones that are possible for people to have, and what you'll need to do is actually fill in the specific jobs that your relatives had. So I just used examples like cook, teacher, doctor, bank teller, and so on. And then for yourself, well, you might not know yet, so you can put a question mark because you're still working on it. Step 5, make it pretty. Step 5 is optional. I decided to go ahead and put some leaves on my tree and some grass down below. I even put a little red bird, perhaps a cardinal, on a branch there, and I've got a nice sunshiny sky going on up there. Please be ready to share your family work tree when we get together to discuss this material. I'm looking forward to seeing your trees and see what fun little touches you might have put on yours. And I do find it very interesting to learn about people's family work history. After you've finished your family work tree, as I mentioned in the presentation, you'll be sharing it with the group during our meeting. So you'll hold on to these family trees because we're going to be using it along with several other things as a tool to help you figure out what you want to do as a career. Goodbye.